Ban all new gens. Revert to gem update, please. Make the game paid again. Boom. Fix Northwind. What's wrong with new people coming into their fucking game?
What do you mean fixed? What's
exactly.
Wrong with it?
What is
ask
wrong?
Him. Yeah, just ask like what's wrong with it? What is there to fix? What do you mean by fixed?
Too many brain dead ones. Ban them and the game is fixed. Okay, elaborate.
What do you mean by brain dead?
Don't games need new players to stay alive? Beautiful's existence only dragged in skibbity kids who can't handle a hard game. That's why this community has been babied way too hard for 2 years. And now this Beautiful is looting and children finally leaving, giving us a chance to finally... Oh. Well, the game got suddenly infested with children who have never played a hardcore game before. And I believe Northwind is supposed to be easy. Interesting. But like, looting on Beautiful, won't that just fucking discourage... and with the sheer amount of people in Beautiful, won't that just discourage like a lot of people who wants to get into the game? Or you know what would be a better idea is that like, oh, new people, you can't loot new people, you can't kill new people. So if you're a newbie, there should be a playtime limit where you can't be looted. So that's to like protect them. So pretty much like a new player protection thing, instead of just listening to the old players and making Beautiful allow looting.
The Northwind community is too internal.
What do you mean too internal?
They just in a group, they don't try to reach out for like a larger audience.
Yeah, fair. I mean, that's probably the drive for their development in the first place. Because like if they were actually reaching out for like a larger audience, then they would probably stop updating the game when they see the players dropped.
They're just trying to like appeal to the old player base.
Some of the communities are like toxic as shit. I mean, it is a hardcore game. It's pretty much like inevitable to have like a toxic community. Like any hardcore game on Roblox will have a toxic community, because like they just all yap about like, oh, what's good and what's bad and all that. Like they yap about every fucking single change made on the game ever, because like we only play this game for like fun. We go around, we shoot people, and that's it.
Any game with guns.
Yeah, any games with guns will have a toxic community at least. So I'm just thinking about like, oh, if Northwind wants to like attract newer people, then they actually have to make this appeal to other people, to like newer people. So it's not just them just working for the small community they have, because this game is really fucking good. Like it's been in development for how long? 2019. That is a while.
5 years now.
5 years, and we started playing from 2021, I believe. Was like the end, towards the end of 2021. Yeah. And like when we were playing, it was still around like 100, not really 100, 1,000 people, right? And every island was really like evenly distributed, like with the players. Yeah. And now everybody is just in fucking Beautiful. If you want to talk about like having new players come in, like, will that be a problem for them? Because like, since so many people with good gear is in the fucking starter island now, and there's literally no protection for newer people. The skill ceiling is insane.
The gear, the gun mechanic is...
It's really hard to learn. It's really like gimmicky and shit. The learning curve is like massive.
The learning curve.
Northwind content creators, they only make content for the people who actually play Northwind, that knows how the game works. So like for people who doesn't play Northwind, they won't understand a single thing in there. So like imagine like you know nothing about this game and you see a video about like some guy talk about game statistics. You're not gonna fucking understand a single thing. And that's the majority of the Northwind content on YouTube. If I go on YouTube right now and I look up fucking Northwind, it's just gonna be what? Game mechanics and shit. Like, oh, ranking 74 Northwind weapons, 4K views. The majority of Northwind content don't get a lot of views. And that's why I believe that the game doesn't really appeal to other people, because when they look at this game, they can't really relate to any of it. I mean, they don't play it. So let's just say like, oh, you're a completely fresh player who knows nothing about the game. You click on the game for some fucking reason, because this fucking game on Roblox doesn't really give you a big idea on what the game is about. I mean, the logo back then was just Northwind. Like,
Yeah, just say Northwind.
it just says Northwind. Now there's some like visual cues there. The only piece of information about the game for new players is that like, oh, the description. Northwind is a role-play survival adventure game centered around like colonization in Quebec, blah, 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 all these stuff, right? You know, some games on Roblox do really fucking well because they know what their target audience is like.
Yeah.
And like Northwind is not a bad game. It has a lot of like replay values for people who actually invest into the game, but that's only when you're really committed into the game. Like that's when you actually enjoy the game on a deeper level. But to get people to that state, or lack of a better term, it's a really hard thing for this game to do.
They're just going around the cycle in their own circle.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I made a game. If you want to play. It's a really hardcore game. I'm not going to advertise it to be new player friendly, but if you're committed, play the game. And I'm going to update the game for you specifically, talking about like the OG players.
So looks towards the marketing of Phantom Forces.
Exactly, like look towards I mean, I'm not fucking comparing Northwind to Phantom Forces, like two different genres of games. Like just marketing of the game in general.
It's been up for a long time now. So why is it still keeping people?
I mean, yeah, you gotta have to study that. Like that's why there's a marketing major in college.
I mean, I'm taking marketing right now.
I mean, yeah. I mean, the more you study about like marketing and shit, the more you understand how the market works, and the more you understand how target audience works. Like even with graphics designing, I'm studying. You still have to take like your target audience into consideration to be able to like make a good design, because you can't just really make a design and expect people to understand it. No,
it has to appeal.
Exactly, it has to appeal to people. So even though like it's a good game, there's a lot of like high quality games on Roblox, but doesn't really get a whole lot of players. That's probably because like, they didn't really figure out how to market the game towards like a suitable target audience. The devs have to find a way to market the game towards the intended audience, because with newer players, like they can't really get into the game without like being actually committed. Like, and not a lot of people are that committed now, because our fucking attention span is just being rotted away with TikTok and shit. And now, yeah, you gotta take brain rot into consideration.
Yeah, brain rot.
In marketing as well. Most consumers' attention span is not more than 5 seconds. Like, you have to make a game that is enticing the first 5 seconds, or else they will just leave and will not fucking play your game ever again. I don't know how they're gonna pull that off. I think this game is just gonna plateau at like fucking 300, 400 players at most on the weekends.
Unless they make a big move somehow, then yeah.
Because like Northwind, when it released, I bet it got like a whole lot of players. And like how the community became this fucking pressed about new players coming in, and they kind of stereotyping like, these fucking new gens can't understand what we went through. It just makes a bad environment really for the game.
Oh, it's the same thing with CSGO. When CSGO was free, I bought CSGO, you did not.
But like the CSGO didn't die, did it? If anything, the player count went up. CSGO is a hardcore game.
It is hardcore.
It is an insanely hardcore game. But like, how did it manage to attract newer people and still keep the older ones?
Attract new people is a thing, but like keeping the
older ones, yeah. I mean, Northwind, yeah, they successfully kept the older ones. Yeah, look at us now, fucking what? Fully grown adults. Yeah, how do we make the game fun for newer players?
Fun? No. Think about it, because like if you are like a new player in CSGO and you get matched with a global elite, and you won't want to play, but you keep dying. Exactly the same with people right now. You keep getting shot by the newer people. You won't
because you're not really progressing when just fucking dying every single time. And now, like, with the player account and everything, the islands are really undistributed. Some islands are just dead, really. Like, fucking Ellesmere and Stonemore are just dead. Like, there's really no point of us going there anymore.
Yeah, sure. They updated the game. They made it cool. They made the map really cool. But then people don't go there.
They only go there to progress. There's really no point staying there.
I think they should make them like a point, like some point of attraction.
Like Stonemore has a lot of potential because like the remake is really fucking
Yeah.
good. So Stonemore could be really, really fun. It's just that like, oh, people don't find Stonemore a place to stay. Like there's really no point there. I think the devs wanted Stonemore to be like a battleground, but now people don't fucking go there. I mean, people say that, oh, there were too many Beauville dwellers. But what's wrong with that? Like people could play the game
So
however
what?
they fucking want. Yeah, exactly. So what? Because it can't just be as simple as we see too many people in Beauville just not playing the game, so we put fucking light looting in Beauville.
It's weird, man.
I know it is.